Hello students, myself Alok Rajhans. Today I am with class 8 civics chapter 1, the Indian constitution means भारतीय संविधान. भारतीय संविधान जो कि दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा संविधान माना जाता है और यही कहीं ना कहीं भारत के सबसे बड़े प्रजातंत्र होने का भी एक सबसे बड़ा सबूत है. तो सबसे पहले हम लोग देखें कि भारतीय संविधान की क्या क्या विशेषताएं हैं, लेकिन इससे पहले हम लोग जानें कि संविधान होता क्या है. यदि हम लोग साधारण रूप से इसे परिभाषित करें तो यह आपके बुक में भी दिया हुआ है. अ रिटन डॉक्यूमेंट वेयर वी फाइंड सच रूल्स दैट आर रिक्वायर्ड टू गवर्न द सोसाइटी इज कॉल्ड अ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. मतलब एक ऐसा लिखित दस्तावेज, लिखित प्रारूप नियमों का जो किसी भी समाज के ऊपर शासन करने के लिए ज़रूरी होता है, उसे हम संविधान कहते हैं. ठीक है. इसी तरह से भारत का भी संविधान है. आप सभी जानते हैं कि हमारा देश एक रिपब्लिक कंट्री है, यानी यहाँ पर संविधान का शासन चलता है. अब हम लोग आगे देखें. What we are going to study in this chapter? In this chapter, the main themes that we are going to study are need of a constitution and the Indian constitution key features. What are the key features of Indian constitution? Its federalism, parliamentary form of government, separation of powers, fundamental rights, secularism or fundamental duties. So these are the main key features of the constitution. But before going through the key features of the constitution, we should know that why a country needs a constitution. It is very compulsory that a country should have their constitution. Why? Because it lays out certain ideals that form the basis of the kind of country that we as citizens aspire to live in. How it helps us? It helps us to arrive at a common consensus. And the second thing is, constitution uphold the idea, values and belief of citizen of the country. These are the basic concept, so that we need a constitution, or every country needs a constitution. Now we are going through our next topic, and this is the objectives of the constitution. Objectives that a constitution serves. How constitution serves us? Its first one is, it defines the basic nature of society. That means through a constitution we can get knowledge about that what kind of society is living in that country, its basic nature. Like our country is a democratic country, so it's known as the largest democracy. Another form is monarchy. As you know that during ancient time or earlier time there was monarchy. King Ram, King Dasrath, Pandavas, these were the king, and at that time our country was ruled under monarchy. Okay, so it's basic nature of country which derived by the constitution. The second one is, it defines the nature of the country's political system. The constitution also derive which kind of political system it runs. And we are going to take example of Indian political system where we run representative parliamentary democracy. Representative parliamentary democracy refers to that in this system the people, the citizen under universal adult franchise or universal adult suffrage cast their vote in an election and they elect representatives, and those representatives form the government, and all the discussion to take the major decisions are took place in parliament, so that it called representative parliamentary democracy. Next one is, it lays on the ideals which the country and its citizens believe in. Through the constitution we can become to know, or we can acknowledge that what kind of ideals a country or the citizen of that country follows. It's secularism, equality, fraternity, liberty. These are some ideals. Secularism, where all religions are treated equally. No religion has any special privilege. Okay, like in India, all religions are treated equally. Either they are Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs, Christians, or others. Equality, all are equal here. Liberty, all are free to act as their conscience. One more thing I want to add here, that the equality, fraternity and liberty, these words were taken, or these ideals were taken from French Revolution. First time these words were used in French Revolution. Next one is, it prevents people in authority from misusing power. The constitution also controls the government, the authority who has to rule over people, and through the different clauses, different articles, the constitution controls the authority also from the misusing their power. Those measures are fundamental rights, directive principles of state policy. These are some provisions made under the constitution through which the political authorities or other authorities are controlled by the constitution. That means every citizen have fundamental rights and no one can prevent them from these rights. Next one is, it protects minorities from majorities domination. Some certain provisions has been made in Indian constitution to stop this kind of domination. Like if there is a majority of any specific section, they will rule over minority. No, our country is a democratic country, and in democratic country the people elects their representative to rule over them. No one can force anyone on the basis of majority, that if they have the majority in population they will rule over minority. It is only decided through the electoral process. The next one is, it upholds the common interest of the nation as a whole. The common interest of the nation can be seen as the language, culture, religion. These things can be seen in a democratic country and also mentioned in our constitution. Now the next one is making of Indian constitution. This was a very vast act done by our great leaders. They have done very important work for us, and that make us very proud that we have a largest constitution which made us the largest democracy too. Now let's see how the constitution was framed. First of all, the Indian constitution is extremely comprehensive and well designed, borrowing and incorporating principles and ideas of other countries. Our constitution is not unwritten only, but also our leaders had taken many provisions from the other countries' constitution. Like you can see here, the examples are fundamental rights and preamble. The preambles, through the preamble, our constitution start. Fundamental rights and preamble is taken from USA, United States of America. Next one is fundamental duties. There are 11 certain fundamental duties which every citizen have to follow, and this fundamental duty is taken from the UK. Next one is federalism. This feature is taken from Canada, and another one is directive principles. It is taken from the Ireland. Constitution was framed by two different committees: Constituent Assembly followed by Drafting Committee. The Constituent Assembly was formed in 6th December 1946, and Dr. Rajendra Prasad, who was the first President of India, was elected as the chairman of the Constituent Assembly. After that, a 7-member drafting committee was formed under Constituent Assembly to draft Indian Constitution, and the drafting committee was framed on 29th August 1947 under the chairmanship of Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar. B.R. Ambedkar, the full name of B.R. Ambedkar is Bhim Rao Ramji Ambedkar, who was elected as the chairman of the drafting committee. Other 6 members were in this drafting committee: Alladi Krishnaswamy Iyer, N. Gopalaswamy, K.M. Munshi, Mohammad Sadullah, B.L. Mittar, and D.P. Khaitan. These were the members who has done a vast work to draft our constitution. It took about 2 years, 11 months and 18 days to draft our constitution, and it about 6.5 crore rupees was spent on this. Our constitution has 22 parts, 395 articles and schedules. So these were the main themes of the constitution. Now the next part we have to study is the main features of the Indian Constitution. We will study the next part of the Indian Constitution, that is regarding the features of the Indian Constitution, in next video. Hope this video will help you to understand the Constitution of India. We will meet again in the next video. Thanks for this.